So, for today's daily challenge, we have Stygian Guard and Awoken as our clans. The mutators are Gravity, Pain Train and Hollow. Now this is pretty spicy because we will be playing with Tethys as our main champion, who is pretty squishy. She has relatively low health, so Pain Train is very annoying for her. Hey, Rock Bogglesworth, congratulations! You got a gift sub for tier 1. Welcome to the stream and enjoy your emote in chat. Thank you to the anonymous gifter. So, the other thing, besides Pain Train being bad for Tethys, is Hollow being pretty bad with Awoken. Because Awoken really relies a lot on healing, and Heartless makes it so your units can be healed, and that also makes the restores pretty useless. We have Gravity though to give us some power back. At the end of the turn, descend all friendly units. So we can very easily, and in fact will by default, overstack the bottom floor. Which could be great for things like incant triggers, or just having a powerful defender in front and stacking a bunch of different damage dealing units behind them. Looking at the scores, they are not insanely crazy today. We have Comrade at almost 50k, and then the scores are around 46 to 48k. So what I also notice is that all the runtimes are pretty low, including Comrades, which is very unusual. So maybe there's a very straightforward strategy involved. Let's jump in and see what we have available. Our starting cards are Crypt Builder, Guardian's Amulet and Glimmer. So 3 offering cards right off the bat. And the final boss is gonna be the Cleanse Seraph, who will purge half our buffs and half our enemies' debuffs. For our first artifact, we have the choice between Tethys Scales and Wing Clippings. We currently do not have any consumable cards, but that might obviously change. The extra spell weakness is really nice with the Crypt Builders, but for the early fights, that's not gonna be needed. The Crypt Builders are mostly enough to kill anything anyways, but I still think I want to go with the Tethys Scales. They just give us a lot of extra damage output. Hi Rossum, welcome! Sweep is very dangerous if every enemy has spikes. I would have preferred Frostbite, I think, but I do like the Conduit one here. In case we are building an incant deck, that's helpful, and it does help a lot with casting these Crypt Builders early on. Hi Alex, welcome! Non-boss enemy units and always spikes 3. Sure, might as well. Let's hope we draw into Glimmer relatively early. We do not. We can play Tethys, Train Steward, Frozen Lands, Crypt Builder to take out 2 of these units. The Train Steward will die to the hits, Tethys will kill one of them, but will be at 1 health afterwards. That's not ideal. I think I'm gonna set up on the second floor instead and just use a Frozen Lens to kill off one of these guys. We still have the chance of drawing a Glimmer to take out these guys. This is obviously not perfect either, because Tethys will still be very damaged. Should have set up on the top floor. I forgot about the gravity for a moment. Yeah, that's less than ideal. I should really pay attention to the gravity. I think setting up on the top floor is much better for us. So we can actually face the second wave on the second floor if we want to. And we dodge the third wave altogether, which is a good thing because that wave might not reach the top floor. Although we can just take them out with a Glimmer anyway, and now I can overstack the floor with Train Stewards here. That's gonna give us much more boss damage. Yeah, that works a lot better. Oh, offering token. That helps. Also, Helical Crystallis is a good card. But with that many offering spells, I do want to take a token. Steel Enhancer, Sharpen, Restoration, Detonation. It's obviously not the Restoration because hollow. It will never heal, so it will never deal damage. Steel Enhancer is solid, is a way to gain health on Tethys, for example, or it's also a 0-cost spell, so good for incants. Let's take it. And I really want to go for Stygian unit. Not only because overstacking Stygian units on the bottom floor can be very good if they have incant triggers, but also because many of the Awoken units suffer a lot from these modifiers. Obviously the Rejuvenate units are pretty bad in Hollow. You can still trigger the Rejuvenate because healing for 0 still triggers it, but obviously they have very low health and you can't heal them up, so that's not great. Shatter a Shell is pretty bad against spikes, obviously Animus of Will and Animus of Speed too, so most of these Awoken units are not that great, although Wilting Sapwood could do very well, as could Wine Mother. On the other side we have Stygian units like Guard of the Unnamed or the Sirens, which are very useful, and Titan Sentry is also not bad. So let's go for the Stygian unit and the spell upgrades. Siren of the Sea is exactly what I want to see here. This gives us a frontliner who can also grow damage wise. Very nice indeed. So for cost reductions, I'm not sure. We could cost reduce the Guardian's Amulet, makes it a bit more useful. We do have 1 offering token, but 3 offering spells, so we can't rely on that for casting Guardian's Amulet all the time. No consume spells yet. The magic power could go on the Glimmers, for example. We're not gonna get healing from them, but at least we get the AoE damage, which can be very nice. I don't mind them having consume, but maybe I prefer 10 damage upgrades on them. Let's go with the Frozen Lance here. And double stacking the Guardian's Amulet after the cost reduction, that gives us a very powerful defensive tool. Yeah, I like it. Let's also increase the damage on a Glimmer. We can cost reduce the crit builder as well. So, because we won't always be casting them for offering. With offering. The sweep guy, that's a bit annoying. Our goal is to get our Siren big and strong. And because we're up against the sweep guy, I don't want the Siren to take damage early on, if we can avoid that. It looks like we should set up on the top floor. Yeah, we definitely should. Do want to have someone in front of the Siren, so she doesn't take too much damage from the normal enemy waves. There are a variety of plays available here. Obviously I want to place some damage spells here on this floor, especially this Frozen Lance, because it straight up takes out the frontliner. I can kill the Collector with any spell, but I could also use a Train Steward instead. I could also set up the Train Stewards on the bottom floor. They will take... the front one will take 6 damage, the back one will take 3. Then I would have a bunch of Train Stewards in front of the Siren. I think I'm gonna go with a... with a mixed approach here. So we kill the Collector and we can still get double incount triggers here on this floor. Let's think about this. I do want to take out these guys, just in case we don't get the boss on the bottom floor. But taking them out reduces my chances of getting the boss on the bottom floor. Yeah, I should cast all of these on the bottom floor. Set up another Train Steward here. Which probably won't matter because the boss has sweep, but... this is not gonna be enough, huh? Currently it looks like... boss kills everyone but this Train Steward and the Siren. So the Siren kills the frontliner. This guy kills the Train Steward. Siren requires 2 hits for the frontliner if we don't play the Steel Enhancer. Yeah, it's gotta be the Siren. It's gotta be the most damage. I knew the sweep was gonna be a problem, but my draw was a bit unlucky. Although, having the Guardian... yeah, if I had Crypt Builder, Guardian's Amulet, or Offering Token... no, not Offering Token. Glimmer here, that would have been a lot easier, because I could kill the Conduit Redirector with the... or just zap everyone. This way we will take a lot of damage to these guys. Should have killed them after all, but I was assuming we were gonna be okay here. I'm not gonna restart that because that was no, give me 4 more damage. Please, Offering Token, 4 more damage. Yeah, we're good. Are we though? No, we're not. That sucks. That sucks so much. Oh, this fight sucked hard. Maybe the Glacial Seal can help. Let's take another Steel Enhancer. Husk Hermit with a sweep. We currently don't have great backline clearing potential. We have Glimmers though. Animals of Will for a good buff target with the Steel Enhancers. It's not that great. It has very low HP. It needs upgrades immediately, otherwise it will be pretty useless. And we can't get upgrades right away, so... The Husk Hermit is tempting. But especially with the Glacial Seal as well, it's less necessary. No. None of these. Okay. Holdover. I am tempted to go for an offering token holdover. I think that's pretty solid. Let's also put Consume on another Frozen Lands. More important than cost reducing another card, because we have Conduit Tethys. Wildwood Tome. Unnamed Tome Remnant Pact. I like a Wildwood Tome. Now I really wish we had taken the Sweeper. A quick Sweeper would be great. Well, we are playing Stygian Awoken. There's a very real chance we can still get a Sweeper. Daedalus will be a little bit of a problem. I think we set up on the second floor with all of these. Tethys might need some extra health in this fight to stay alive. I'm just hoping we can find the Glimmer for these guys. Oh, nice spell damage proc on the front guy. Yeah, let's take these out. Can't play a Train Steward anywhere. I'm just gonna throw it away then. We have more of these. Uh-oh. We could zap those guys so we would only take the spikes damage, but I'd rather not take the spikes damage. Fine. We'll take 3 damage here. I'm not happy about it, but if that's how it has to be, then so be it. Let's start stacking more Train Stewards here on this floor. There's no real point in hitting Daedalus with the spells. I'd rather have the Incant. Now if we could get some extra Frostbite on Daedalus, that would be an entirely different matter. And we should be more than strong enough to face Daedalus. Especially if we cast all these spells. So obviously we don't need capacity. And we don't really need Ember. So we'll definitely go draw. Ancient Synergy is a nice pickup. It's a very good damage spell. Guard of the Unnamed, we could include that. But honestly, Siren of the Sea is gonna be our frontliner. I don't want another frontliner. Unstable Vortex and Hursel's Horde on the same side is always tempting. But the other side is pretty tempting too, with a Stygian banner. That could be a Nameless Siren. Or a Sweeper. And there's a Merchant of Steel on that side. I really want some unit upgrades right now. Large Stone, that's not bad. Another Siren of the Sea. There's also a Silo fight, which we could potentially upgrade with some extra damage and then give it quick with the tome. That would be pretty solid. I do want a Sweeper. Silo fight is not my favorite one, but it will do. As that Siren is gonna be my tank, so let's make her a little bit more tanky. Actually, I think this is the way we wanna go. A Silo fight needs some damage upgrade, just so she can actually kill things. And if I really want multi-strike on the Siren, if that's a possibility, maybe we just go with Incant gain armor on the Glacial Seal, so we can protect it from sweepers. Damage spells cost 2 less, that makes the Ancient Synergy better and the Crypt Builder as well. But other than that, it's not gonna be that important. I like the Frostbite, to be honest. I like the Frostbite way too much. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 4, so will be 5 with the Mutator. Tethys isn't happy about that. If I play Tethys on the bottom floor right away, I can take out both of them without Tethys having to attack, which is... Wait, no, I can't. I forgot the incant of this guy. I guess we have to deal with not having Tethys this fight. That's a problem. Oh, that's not good. Things are not looking good. The Wildwood Tome on the backliner doesn't really do much at this point. Oh, yeah, that probably would have worked. The problem with that was just that he would just die on the next turn. But did I really miss that? Can't believe I missed that. It's still a lot better because that allows me to play a lot of spells on the next turn. I do have a Steel Enhancer, yes. Why did I not use it? Okay, let's try this again. Crypt Builder this guy, Frozen Lance on the backliner, and then Steel Enhanced Tethys. Can't believe I missed that. Keep Tethys healthy. I don't want quick on the Icy Silo fight in this specific scenario because of the spikes. There's another steward in the deck. 38 health. That's gonna be yeah, can't do that. It's a problem with the incant. Boss upcoming. I think I need the Siren as strong as she can be. Although Tethys potentially striking 3 more times is very powerful too. Oh, Glimmer to clear the backlines, but we already have enough damage, so... It's just about saving the other units now. Okay, and now we are much better off. Especially with this Guardian Stone in the mix. And Preserve Thorns. Okay, now this is actually powerful. This fight just now gave us a huge power burst. So, what are we looking to do now? Consume removal on Preserve Thorns would be great. Other than that, spell upgrades aren't my priority. So let's actually go for the unit upgrades instead. And also the Conceal Caverns, which could prove to be very powerful. Yeah! That's great. Plus 15 magic power. The -1 capacity is a bit annoying to set up, but we can still play our Siren of the Sea and Tethys behind her, so that at least didn't change. These upgrades are not what I'm looking for. We could just put Quick on the Icy Silo fight straight away, and with the Guardian Stone in the back, I am okay with that. Let's also give the Guardian Stone some extra health. Just in case there are some sweepers, I don't want to lose the Guardian Stone early. Crystal Cloak. This is gonna be a bit scary. But I think we should be able to deal with that. Silo fight is not gonna have enough power to deal with those. This is increasing the pressure on my Siren. $27 damage. I am looking for my Guardian Stone now. Didn't find it yet. To kill the frontliner. Silo fight needs the extra health. There's our Guardian Stone, very nice. Frozen Nostalgia was really good. And we already have the power to take them down. I do want to save my Siren though. Mollusk Mage. Is Mollusk Mage something I'm interested in? It's not that important. The extra 7 spell damage doesn't matter all that much. Let's skip. Engraft. Free Incant trigger gives us a draw next turn. But the same goes for Ensnare. Ensnare is better utility. Until I cost reduce the Engraft. I'll take an Ensnare. It has some utility. Can help me finish a collector or something. Hey, there's Narninian. Yeah, I think we want to go to the right. Hi, Narninian. Yeah, you have a slightly better score here. Let's see if we can make this up. Make up the difference here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, this is very nice. Oh, this is such a powerful artifact. Fight-wise, yeah. Fight-wise as well. Did you find the frozen nostalgia? Or did you go the other way? I do like the cost reduction on the ancient Sting-ergy. You also found it. Yeah. It wasn't maybe I just wanna start purging some restores and train stewards. I really want consume removal on the preserved thorns. Glad I found that. Let's remove a train steward and a restore. The restore is still a spell, so we can't trigger incant, so it's not entirely worthless. Train stewards do also have some use, but a very small amount. How do we set this up? I think it's pretty simple. We do have the preserved thorns after all. This also gives us some spell weakness on Fel. Yep, I think that works out very nicely. The thing I'm most looking to get now is Restoring Retreat. I would like to throw the whole Ancient Sting-ergy thing right at Fel. That's a huge amount of damage. I wish I could root Fel here on this bottom floor. Would be so good. Strange Steward is not gonna make it to bottom floor. But that doesn't matter all that much. How much damage can we get onto Fell? This is a non-upgraded frozen land, so it's not gonna be enough to kill the Guardian. Let's give you enough power. Actually, let's just reduce the incoming damage here. Backliner is always gonna be able to hit Fell no matter what, so... We can get another... No, we can't. Can only play the Ancient Synergy here on the bottom floor, sadly. Yeah, it's not worth using the spell weakness, I think. For 30 damage. 60 damage. I would deal 90 damage this turn, but I would lose the spell weakness, which could represent as much as... well, realistically it could be 75 damage. Pretty easily. So let's see. Sting plus Frozen Lance is not quite enough. So we either need to use the Crypt Builder or have to draw into another spell here. Sting 30, 60, 81 damage. Still short. Still a little bit short. There's no spell weakness on this guy. Yeah, should have thrown them out last turn. But it's worth it for the Frostbite, definitely. We could have had Frostbite last turn as well, so... no big damage spell? It sucks. Let's just go for the damage anyways. So we can get a kill next turn. This should be an easy kill. Yeah. Not even close. Only a 4-turn boss rush though. I think 5 turns would have been possible here. Ooh, another Synergy. Very nice, very nice. We need all the draw we can get. Even with the Stings, we are often not drawing a full hand. Relics, what could I get? I already... Well, the gold is pretty limited. I think I'm gonna go to the left. I already have the most important relic with Founding Seal. Cleansing Water or Root Split Mask? Cleansing Water for a single fight, is that necessary? In case the fight has spell shields, it might be good, but we have Thorn Casing as well. I think I'll skip here. I don't think these relics are really worth. We did get a flying kill, 4th turn boss rush. Multi-strike on the Siren is a nice chunk of extra damage. I don't really want these units to attack, so I'm gonna skip on these upgrades. We don't need the double cost reduction, do we? It would allow us to play Ancient Synergy more easily. Frostbite is gonna be less and less important as we get stronger with our spells. Yeah, let's get the Train Steward out of the deck. Mark of Innovation. Sure. That's a lot of these guys. I think it's Glimmer on the top floor, then... It might be set up the top floor, Glimmer on the second floor. Yeah, I think that's the safest way to do this. Okay. It's helpful. Another Glimmer, very nice. The Guardian Stone does survive, which is the most important thing here. Crypt Builder is not gonna be enough, but Ancient Synergy would be. We can also play the Crypt Builder on the bottom floor pretty easily. Throw in a Train Steward to tank the damage from these guys. And as soon as everyone is on the bottom floor, we should be in a great position. Let's just use a Frozen Lance here. Play the Glacial Seal and then start throwing out some spells here on the bottom floor. Maybe I should have played the Ancient Synergy, because these guys are now soaking up so much damage. But our Siren is now powerful enough to deal with Gilded Wings. Energy first. Let's set up this last. Just in case we drew something we need a target for. And let's play the Train Steward also, so it's no longer in our deck. Can't move. Oh, already at the unit cap. Oops, should have played the offering token first. Not that it really matters, because we are super overpowered right now. How much damage can we do to this guy before the combat begins? It's a lot. Yeah, we can kill him in the first turn of combat with quick. Another glacial seal. It's a bit expensive to set up. It's my main problem. It's gonna be a good chunk of frostbite, but frostbite is not how we are gonna kill the boss. I will take another preserve thorns though. That's very good. You forgot to upgrade your champ? That sucks. Ouch. It even remembers, it even gives you a warning about proceeding without the upgrade. Oh, you got it. Okay. I think we want the dupe and the removals. No. These are all pretty useless. Temporary Talisman is not bad, but it's too low impact to spend the gold on it. Final Restore and another Train Swords move out of the deck. I don't think we really want upgrades here. They're not really worth the gold. Maybe the purchase. Yeah, the purge might be worth it. It's basically drawing an extra card. And phew. No descent is the problem. But it's Clan Seraph, so he will spend a lot of time on the bottom floor. He will also purge the spell weakness immediately, so we can't rely on that for the kill. Maybe I should just take another Ancient Synergy for maximum damage. Or a Preserve Thorns. I like the Preserve Thorns more. It's also gonna boost our Ancient Synergy. If we play it, we have more spells in the deck afterwards. It's gonna make a difference. We don't have any spells that cost any Ember whatsoever, so we can set up Tethys on the second floor here. And use the bottom floor for the Glacial Seal, so we can actually apply a big chunk of Frostbite to Seraph with all these stings. I kind of want to focus on damage, but I guess we still need these units out of our deck. Definitely want a Glimmer here, that's a lot of damage. I think we throw out the Crypt Builder on the top floor actually. We can't play an Ancient Synergy anywhere else. Let's play the Wildwood Tome. Do we even want the Wildwood Tome? I don't think so, actually. The problem with the Wildwood Tome is that we want the Siren of the Sea to hit the Seraph, obviously. So if any small jumps are in the way, Icy Xylophyte with the Quick will get them. So the Quick doesn't really need to be on the Siren of the Sea. Not that it's very likely that we actually need to deal with small jumps being in the way. That's a good chunk of damage again. Kinda want the Ancient Synergy to go on the Seraph. If I can. I mean, I can very easily. I literally don't need to do any. Yeah, I want to kill the Fire Wings because of the Ember Drain. But other than that, anything else is fair game to throw at the Seraph. Whew. How do we play this? Wanna get as much damage onto Seraph as possible, obviously. Ancient Synergy is 75 each hit, so it would be overkill on this Gilded Wing. Maybe we can get this Gilded Wing down to 70 with 3 stings. And then finish them off with the Crypt Builder. Let's instead discard this Guardian's Amulet. Just play the Crypt Builder normally. We would need 5 stings to get rid of the Gilded Wing. That's not ideal. The Ancient Synergy is now dealing more damage because we have more stings in the deck. That means we can save the stings for the backliners. So we are pretty close to a kill here, but not quite there yet. The Seraph has 38 Frostbite on him as well. I want to throw everything I have at the Seraph at this point. Even though it's not gonna be enough this turn. Just barely not enough. But we have the kill next turn, guaranteed. Just with the Frostbite we are applying on this floor. And it's a 4-turn. 4-turn boss rush. I wish we had a chance to make this a bit faster, but didn't quite work out. Okay, that's a pretty solid score. That should put us on the first page at least. A lot of spell damage, a lot of incant, very synergistic deck with abusing the potential that Stygian Awoken offers with the draw and cheap spells from the stings and just huge damage through Ancient Synergy with the Preserved Thorns bloating our deck. So we have even more spells in the deck for the Ancient Synergy. Very nice. Let's look at the leaderboard. So we are 5 points below Narninian. GG Narninian, that was well played. Well calculated your score there. On rank 6 here, which is pretty solid. Let's take a look at Narninian's deck first. I'm interested how they differ from ours. He had holdover on an Ancient Synergy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. For some reason, I seemed like I was unable to get the holdover on the Ancient Synergy, but if I had it, I might have been able to kill Seraph a turn faster. Yeah, you missed the 4-turn boss rush on Fel. Holdover on the last ring. So you went left there. Makes sense. Also a large multi-striking Siren of the Sea. You had the Husk Hermit instead of the Spell Weakness Sweeper. The Spell Weakness Sweeper was actually really good against Fel. Guardian Stone as well, Glacial Seal as well, pretty much with the same upgrades, Offering Token with Holdover, Preserve Thorns with Consume Removal, very similar deck, 2 Steel Enhancers as well, Glimmer with Magic Power, Wildwood Tome, yeah, basically the exact same deck. There were almost no difference in our decks, except for slight different alignments of the upgrades. I picked up an Ensnare, which in the end was a pretty bad pick, to be honest. I duped the Preserve Thorns. Other than that, our decks are pretty much the same. Narninian picked up the Temperate Talisman. Not sure if that was actually worth it, but it's more damage. Looking back at how close we were on getting a 5-turn boss rush, maybe the Temperate Talisman would have made a difference and given us that 5-turn instead. Narninian got there. Wait, that's not you. Oh, never mind. You picked up the Root Split Mask, which I skipped. That's about it. This guy picked up the Temperate Talisman. But yeah, as I was saying, the Temperate Talisman might have made a difference between 4 and the 5-turn boss rush here. Let's look at the Comrades deck. Same relics, obviously. He went with the Guard of the Unnamed, but he had a Siren of the Sea with double multi-strike and duped that one. That's nice. It's a lot more damage. Maybe duping the Siren of the Sea would have been the way to go instead of the Preserve Thorns, because the Siren of the Sea ended up at about 250 attack by the end. So that would have been pretty solid. Picked up the Unnamed Tome, which I don't really understand. But in the core, this was also a very similar deck. But his double Siren of the Sea with multi-strike gave him an edge on this boss fight, so he managed to 6-turn boss rush Seraph as well as 4-turn boss rush Fel. Yeah. So it's a very straightforward run in the end. A lot of the usual Stygian Awoken synergies. And Gravity more than made up for the Pain Train and Hollow modifiers.